Today, I'm sharing with you some clients that I've worked with over the years that have suffered anxiety and stress and manifested so much more powerfully in their business and life as a result of healing anxious thoughts and emotions. So, I've spent years learning in my career how to really heal anxiety at the root. And it all started with me because I have been someone who has suffered years. I'll get into it in my class coming up, but just to give you a little piece, I went to a psychologist some years ago, maybe 10, 12 years ago, and I was suffering not only anxiety, but panic attack. And he said to me, this is basically your nature. You'll never heal it, but you can learn to manage it at best. That's what he left me with. I was shocked that that's what he said. And I also was angry. I was angry that he was telling me, this is a lost cause, just live with it. And my innate guidance said, no, you got to challenge this. So I went, and that propelled me to really start researching what works and then using it on myself. I became my best guinea pig. And that became the beginning of me creating the exact formula that I now work with clients for many, many years now to help them powerfully with anxiety. And the most important thing that I discovered was it's not just meditation, breathing, tapping, whatever you do. And I love all those things. Those things are part of my approach, but done in isolation, they're not enough. This is key to understand. And that's why you might be frustrated because you might say, but I tried this and this, and I'm still frustrated and not feeling the way I want to feel. There's an answer. It's a holistic approach. So I'll tell you the name of it in a second. So as I worked, what I also found is as I started using this method that I developed, that it was clear that the clients, when they were getting better, they were actually not only healing anxiety, but they were creating a new identity. What does that mean? Their old identity was, I'm anxious. I'm an anxious person. That's who I am. And that shifted into a new identity. I am someone who is now empowered to release beliefs and emotions rooted in anxiety instantly and live in the highest version of me. That's a completely different identity, and it will change the trajectory of the quality of your life. So, the clients that I'm telling you about here right now released years of fear and worry and feeling out of control. And here's some of them. I'm just going to share it briefly just to show you what's possible. So Jake came to me with many years of anxiety about his brother, who was a few years before in an accident and became paralyzed. Now, my client was not in the car. He didn't cause the accident, but he felt this extreme guilt. That was his anxiety symptoms, that his brother wasn't okay and he could live a normal life. And so we explored where he got this extreme guilt and over responsibility, and was rooted in trauma early on in his life where he always took care of his brother and felt responsible. When we released those fears, not only did he heal his anxiety, but he went back to having a relationship with his brother because he avoided seeing him because he was healthy. That ended. Then there was David. David came to me. He himself was a severe car accident, almost paralyzed, but through the rehab, he was able to walk again. But yet he still developed symptoms of panic and anxiety. He had a high position in his company where they would fly him places to do his whatever he did. I don't remember his work. And he also spoke to large groups as part of his work. He couldn't do it. He couldn't get on the plane. He couldn't even speak. He was just fraught with anxiety, only to realize, as we also work with his deeper roots from the past, he was brought up as a little boy to feel a lot of pressure to be perfect, to perform. And somatically, what I explained to him is that inner pressure, anxiety lived in his body since he was 9. And when we cleared that, the root of the anxiety, he went on hide me five what did he call it, high five, he high-fived me. It was after 7 or 8 sessions. He got on a plane, he was speaking. when we clear the body stuff that's held and the root beliefs, oh my God, he changed completely. And then there was Leo. Leo also had a high position in his company, and his counterparts, his colleagues, were all doubling their income except for him. They worked on commission. And he found with me that he had some core beliefs rooted in money is the root of all evil. It's selfish. It's greedy to make money. They came from different sources of his environment and how he grew up. And with him, we also cleared his belief systems. We cleared somatic issues that he was clearing, emotional states that were powerfully blocking him. And he went on to make more money than he ever made before. And last of all, Mary. Mary came to me. She had for years a problem in her shoulder. I can't remember the source. She had surgery on it, and it still had no mobility. And she came to me for also PTSD as well. And we started working on pieces of her PTSD, mostly the anger. She had never allowed herself to feel angry about her PTSD, the abuse that she suffered. And as we release somatically, emotionally, the anger in the body, something released in her. And she started having mobility in her arm, and within weeks was swimming laps in her pool. She couldn't even move her arm when she first started. So that to me still blows me away what happened with Mary. Obviously, their names, by the way, all of them I change because we keep confidentiality for my clients. But these are just a few examples of clients suffering from anxiety that affected their finances, their success, their health. That's why healing your anxiety is a direct connection to manifesting more in your life. So, what I realized is that there are certain things that they did in common to have that amazing result. And now I call the formula that I use to make that happen, it's called the anxiety liberation method. And what we're really doing is taking them from anxiety to emotional freedom to living in a higher state of being. And I am showing you the complete method, the anxiety liberation method, in my new masterclass that's coming up just in a few days. It's called Heal Anxiety and Overwhelm Now. You can go to the link below this video and register now. And I'm going to also share more about how anxiety is directly connected to manifestation. So really in healing, it's like you're getting two prizes. You heal the emotional stuff and you manifest easier and more rapidly. So if that sounds like something you want, we would love to have you. I'm so excited to share with you there are things that I'm sharing with you that most people do not teach in healing anxiety. I don't know why, but they are very important. And one of them I'll share with you right now is healing on a spiritual level. What I mean by that is learning how to connect with God, higher consciousness, universal energy, however you relate to that is really important piece of the healing that I'm going to dive in with you in the class to show you what this can do for you. So, what I mean by that is we have a human mind. Your human mind loops in fear and worry. The only way out of that is to learn how to develop your higher mind. The higher mind is the source, comes from source energy. So I teach you how to connect to the essence of source energy, which is love, compassion, infinite abundance. And when you learn how to embody those qualities, that develops the new is part of developing the new identity, but you develop so much peace, so much internal calm, so much internal lifting up of your spirit. It's such an important piece of healing. So that's another thing that you'll learn about inside the masterclass and how to make that happen for you. So I can't wait to show you it's possible. Click the link, join now, and we'll see you soon.